name is Lee. Yep, today is a long. So, welcome on in. Um, Hi. So, it is 2:10, and I usually start at 1:30, so, well, okay. Close to 1:50, but yeah, I try to start before 2, and, today's been a day, so we're gonna give myself a little bit of grace. Okay. Oh, right, it's in the other one. Hang on, I gotta go to the other. Sorry, I'm going to my downloads folder. Um, Point, vis-a-vis all of that was I need to actually do this, but we're gonna do that later. First thing we're gonna do, um, is open this up. Beautiful. Okay, now, um, so there's that. That. All right, beautiful. Alright, so there's Cyberpunk Red. For those of you who don't know, my name is Lee, and I need to do the thing where we mute this tab, and then we go to, going live schedule, no, not that one. Yes, this one. Alright. Um, yep. So there's that. Uh, alright, yes. Yeah. Yes. Um, okay. My point vis-a-vis all of that was, Bob. Okay. So, um, we've been going through Cyberpunk, right? What we did is we went through for Rocker Boy, and we gave her, what did we give her? I'm trying to think what we might want for other equipment that we need. I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a pin in that for now. And we're probably gonna give her some other equipment. Well, maybe like a handful of things she might need for the mission, because I don't. It's one mission. That I'm having these guys for. They're not doing anything crazy. It'll be a few days, they'll be out and about. So I can, um, I think if the whole mission takes place over the course of a day and it's a one shot, I don't need to have them have any survival gear or anything like that. Um, so what I want to do is, um, interesting. Thank you. What I want to do is go to Cyberpunk. Um, um, okay. That's Cyberpunk. What I want to do is I'm gonna start. We're gonna go back, and we're gonna do a second character. Yeah, we're gonna go back and we're gonna go life path through again, and we're gonna do a second character because that's how we're doing this. So, for those of you who don't, documents, Rocker Boy, Cyberpunk Pregen. I need to save it as an RTF, not an ODT. That's the one thing about. Okay. Also means I have to shrink this down, and I have to figure out how it's going to fit on the screen. Let me put this down and just that up. Actually, this goes over. Yeah. So that one goes up. Okay, so that's my Rocker Boy. All right, they're gonna start an ad break. I'm gonna figure out. I don't know what I'm gonna figure out. We'll figure something out. Okay. Figure out why I feel like shit is a big one, but you know, there's that. But yeah, we're gonna at least start the Cyberpunk Red, and then we're gonna do Rocker Boy. We're gonna roll for Gender and Sexuality, then we're gonna go um Rollability, Charismatic Impact, HP 1571 Humanity, which is not bad. Um, so we're gonna go. We have to make them from all the same place, essentially. So we're gonna have to go. We're gonna skip a lot of the life paths just because we're giving them matching life paths as part of their, you know, the plot. So there's that. Um, okay, we're gonna start an ad break. I'm gonna do some stretching and such, and then go from there. Okay. Um, yep. Let me get. And we're gonna go. All right. Cyberpunk Red is number 16 and times number. All right. Let me get Addy and. All right. Blah. It will be. Give me a minute and a half. Um. Okay. Um. Yes. Boop. Yep. We're back. Okay. I missed the deadline. That's okay. Hi. Welcome back, everyone. I'm back too. Cheers to that. Alright. I have two people viewing, so welcome in whoever you are. Let me do this. Um okay, so um I brought cheese. So you know, there's that. Okay, so there we go. I think I'm centered now. Yep, I think we're in a good spot. Okay, so where's the point? Cheese. Um, my plan was I'm gonna start the life path over again, this time with the next Cyberpunk. Alright, we're keeping the P lowercase in Cyberpunk. Um, 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 uh, oh, well, you know, you're clever in avoiding them. And because of the way I have it set, I might be able to do, if I wanted to set minute-long ad breaks instead of minute-and-a-half long ad breaks, I would have to do them manually. In order to have the exact right ratio so that I, always had pre-roll off, and I would have to do it manually, and it's a pain in the ass. If I do it auto, it's either not 1 minute, but not enough to keep the pre-roll off, or 1.5 minute. Um, so I usually go with the automatic. Uh, mm-hmm. Hi, hello, welcome on in. Okay, so, 2025. Um, hey, let's see. Then, oh, right. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go, put this down. Bring the book up. So we're doing Cyberpunk. Um, um, so skills, weapons, outfit. Okay, so let's go. 43 is Tales from the Streets. So that's where character creation starts. Cyberpunk. Here we go. Running the life path. Okay. We're in Miami. 2004 or so. She was pretty sure because she could still remember what it been like when the Euros rocked the Washington and the near miss took out Tampa. She had these incredible blue eyes, clear through and through, like crystals of lace, and a smile from Magazine Dream. Of course, the eyes were Technics 2350s, and the smile really was from Magazine. Nice bioscope job. It didn't matter how much was real in the end. I still fell hard for her. In fact, I still think about her. I'm just that type. There's silver hand. Okay. Okay. Knife path from the street. Pick a roll, 29. Okay, let's go to 29. Ah, yes, so they've got one of... Yeah, there we go. This is where we're going. So, start with the rocker boy. Okay, now we got our solo. Our military guy. Why'd join up? Why'd I join up? I was tired of being hungry and poor. When Multitech offered me 3 squares a day and a cot, you better believe I signed up. The first 2 actions weren't bad. The third one went pear-shaped. I don't know why, but they sent a squad of greenies against a bunch of full-bodied conversions. Just 2 of us survived. After the war, I took the new chrome the Corp medics gave me and went local. Turns out, when a city's blown to hell and rebuilding, there's plenty of folks who'll pay for a certain set of skills. Good thing I have them. A private contractor. You were reborn with a gun in your hand, a flesh and blood hand, not the medical, metallic. Okay, let me open this up a little so we can see better. You were reborn with a gun in your hand, the flesh and blood hand, not the metallic weapon factory that covers most of your other arm. Whether as a freelance guard or a killer for hire, or as one of the corporate cyber soldiers who enforce business deals in the company's black operations, you're one of the elite fighting machines of the time of the Red. Most soldiers put military time during the Fourth Corporate War, in a corporate army, or in one of the government's current police actions around the country. As battle damage piles up, you start to rely more and more upon tech. Cyber limbs for weapons and armor, big bioprogram chips to increase your reflexes and awareness, combat drugs to give you the edge over your opponents. When you're the best of the best, you might even leave the ranks of corporate samurai and go Ronin, freelancing your lethal talents as a killer, bodyguard, and enforcer to whoever can pay your very high fees. Sounds good? There's the price, a heavy one. You've lost so much of your original meat body that you're almost a machine. Your killing reflexes are so jacked up that you have to restrain yourself from going berserk at any moment. Years of combat drugs have taken to keep the edge of giving you terrifying addictions. There are few people you can trust anymore. One night you might sleep in a penthouse condo in the city, the next in a filthy alley on the street. But that's the price of being the best, and you're willing to pay it because you're a solo. Solo's role ability is combat awareness. With combat awareness, a solo can call up their training to have enhanced situational awareness of the battlefield. When the combat begins, anytime outside of combat or in a combat with an action, a solo may divide the total number of points they have in their combat awareness role ability among a number of combat abilities. If solo chooses not to change their point assignments, their previous ones persist, Activating some of these abilities will cost the solo more points than others, and 146 it details what you can do with it. So, let's go with the solo. Okay, Fourth Corporate War. I'm gonna figure out when this was. Okay. Solo. Okay, so let's go down life path, and then 43 is Tales from the Street. So that's okay. See your role's abilities. Run your life path. Make sure to run both the general life path and your role-based life path. Remember to pick a cultural origin for your language. You get a skill at rank 4. Buy your statistics. So what are statistics? How do you buy stats? Remember, no stat higher than number 8. Calculate derived statistics. How to calculate them. That's HP and humanity. Set your skills. What different skills are there? How do you buy skills? Don't forget your basic skills to be at least level 2. Remember, no scoping higher than 6. Buy your stuff. List of how to weapons. Okay. Sell yourself for more money. Okay, so let's see. Life path. Personals. Okay. Cultural origins. We agreed that these guys are coming from South Africa. So, right at the end of the corporate war. Okay. It's probably a cadet. Alright, so, life path. Okay, it's been life path. So you see, let's see. We did life path, and then, okay. So, gender, oh wait, we're gonna roll for gender and sexuality of our new guy. So, this is the one for, oh, yes, campaign. This is for the Gamehole Con one-shot. I might have busted a one-shot earlier, but sometime before, or sometime during September, as a practice run. But in October, I'm running a one-shot at Gamehole Con for a bunch of players to play as cyberpunks, running around and doing punk stuff. So, yes. Um, yes, so we've been rolling our life paths, doing random rolls, we've been pulling them out, and kind of forming these. I've got the Rocker Boy. I'm gonna have to do a full, 10 of them, ideally, one for each, so if not, we're just gonna have a bunch that aren't quite 10, so we'll see how we do. We have to roll. Let me see if I have the gender and sexuality table. If not, we'll have to figure it out. But yes, these are just for a one shot, and then later maybe I'll reuse them for something else. But let me do something. Let me shut this down, and then, yep, there we go. Life. Okay, so I'm not putting names. Um. Uh. Yes, I'm going to roll on my table of. Okay, let me bring up the table. Recent documents. Yes, I had in on the old. I could, I suppose, do that. You guys wanna You guys wanna roll Control Shift? Oh no, not that one. It's not Control. It's that one. I think it is Shift actually, but what we need to do is you know, fuck, screwed that up. Hang on. Yeah, I screwed up the thing. I have to do it again. But let me try this one more time. Thank you for being patient with me. No, not that one. This one. Why is that? Okay, apparently I have to do that to even get that to work. Okay, so what I'm going to do, okay, that'll work anyway. Boom. Cool. So basically, what I'm going to do is, I don't know if you guys remember. Okay. Not that. What we need to do is, I'm gonna. That works. Need something that doesn't. Yep. There's that. Now, for those of you who remember, have been following for a while now, back before, long ago, I had this, and I'm going to try and recreate. Okay, there's that. No. Or, actually. Let's see if this works. Beautiful. Now we just pull it center. So, um, so, as a JPEG, not as a PNG. I don't know the difference between JPEG and PNG, but what I was saying was, I had this chart. And what I wanted to do, what I'm doing right now, as I work, as we speak, is putting this together. Which yes, hi. Oh, I have more people in here. Wow, welcome. Basically, what I'm doing is I am setting up OBS with this, so you get to see a little behind the scenes in action. So what do I do? Is go to browser. No. Um, add image. There we go. Nope. No, we need. Yep, just gonna do that. Create new. Then we go to browse and pictures, and I have to find the right one. Oh, yep, no, that's the right one. Okay. Okay. Huh. Alright. Yep, now I have this. Now we can open this up, and I can just move this here. And I can bring it over to here. Ta-da! And then we can lock it. No, lock. Yeah, it probably should go over other image. There we go. And then that one goes down. Okay, I guess it's blocking me out, but that's fine. So, there is the chart. I have done it. I've created a chart. So, essentially, you basically roll, let's see, d12. We can use this d12, because it's the one I got in the random, where you get one, oh, fudge. The little fun little mini ones where you get one little dice in the grab bag, and it, yeah, I got one of those. Oh, I cannot find, I hope I didn't lose it, in one of my, I hope I didn't lose it. The death save die, which was 3. So 3 is male, and it landed nice and neat. So figure old, plain old male. That's basically just plain guy. And then I guess we could roll a, let's roll a healthy baby boy, and then we're rolling for gender and sexuality here. Okay, let me try that again. No, whoa, 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 whoa. Easy, easy, easy. Um, 73. So, is gay. Alright, so, he's gay. Let's see. I guess, let's pop this down. Alright, this one, yes. So, yes, I'm running a one-shot, and that, we'll put the gender as this guy. Okay, what is this? The solo. He's our little solo. He's a guy. What is he into? What's his vibe? His vibe is... cultural origin is... Cultural origin. From South Africa. That is not how you spell origin. There we go. From South Africa. They're all from South Africa. We're doing this. Personality. Okay, so now we're going personality is the next line. We're completely randomly rolling these. So, this is one of the ones from Midtown Comics. They have these really fun little pretty D10s, and I do get them occasionally. Here, hold this up so you can see how cool it is. Yeah, we're rolling this one. Camera doesn't do it justice, but it is fun. Sorry. Let me... 6. Okay, so... let's see. What's our personality type? Is... let's see. Stable and serious. Takes things seriously. Okay. Stable. Interesting. Alright. Okay. Serious. Makes sense. Dress and personal style. Roll a d10 for each. 6 is bohemian, folksy, and retro. Interesting. Bohemian, style. Yep, and hair. Let's roll some hair. Let's roll ourselves some hair. You roll that separately. That's a 5. Is bald. Alright. Oh yeah, computer is being... There we go. It doesn't show any, but this is, this creates airflow underneath the computer so that, it will be a little better. It's a little harder to that, but that'll create some airflow, so we're not frying for baby computer. Okay? Now, Bohemian style bald. Is bald. Okay, now, that's hair and style. Affectation. We're rolling for this. We're rolling randomly. These are 4. Spiked gloves. Okay, his fancy pair of spiked gloves. Okay. Makes sense for a solo. Motivations and what do you value most? How do you feel about most people? Okay. So, who do you value? Oh, I'll show you the... Hang on. Let me see something real quick. I want to show you something. This is the tables we're using. Motivations and relationships. This is our basic table that we're using. We're rolling twice. Things you value most. Roll d10. Okay, so most treasured possession, things you value most. Person you value most, and most valued possession. Yes, the mighty Bozo Ripper offer of arms carries their favorite teddy bear everywhere. Are you making fun of mighty Bozo Ripper offer of arms? The mighty Bozo Ripper offer of arms. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you like your arms, you might not want to choose. Mm. All right. So, but that's next step. First step is actually, um, let's see. What do you value most? What's your most important thing when you're here? 8 is power. Okay. Power is most important. Probably why you went into the solo trade, went into the military training, the basic corporate, basic training. Got an offer. Oof. Took it. Let's see. Okay. Feel about most people. Are they D8? Or D10, I should say. That kind of went right off the edge. Hang on, let's try this. 9. Wipe them all out and let cockroaches take over. Um. You spell cockroaches. Um. Um. Okay. Um. Let's. Oh yes. Save. Just save our work. Um. We're going to an RTF. I'm actually going to save it as an RTF. Um. Boom. Okay. Here's Rocker Boy. Okay, so Cyberpunk Pregen. So nope, we're going to RTF, and then we did Rocker Boy. Not Rocker Boy. We did um Solo, and then Cyber. Yep, and okay. Um, yeah, it's fine. None of it is actually can't do in rich text formatting. They're just being snippy about it. Because sometimes, here's the thing, we'll always say, oh, this contains formatting that doesn't work in this format. 9 times out of 10, it actually doesn't. Or whatever it does is so de minimis that it doesn't really matter. And then there's that one time that it's screwy, and you're just like, really? Can you at least... whatever. Power is the most important thing. Thing you value most. Most valued person in your life. Exception is 7. A teacher or mentor. A teacher. We're weaving together a most value. Person. And then valuable thing is 10 is a letter. Probably from... like, okay, there's probably some possession. Alright, so we're doing that. Your background. We actually, no, we said corporate technicians. Hang on, we do save this. Let me just check something real quick. Recent documents, Rocker Boy. Ronan support, Mr. Trap, a lot of people, personal hero. Select the musician. Oh, that's the most important person is personal hero. Most valued possession. Parents were corporate technicians. Okay, yes. this is, okay, so, right, so we did, let's close that, this, book, personal hero, yes, okay, 18, so let's make it all 18, you know, so that they match font sized. There we go, yep, and cultural origin. Teenager. And he, okay, well, he was a teenager. We swapped pronouns. His childhood. And a corpo zone. That zone was blown to Smith. Yeah, because these guys, they all grew up together. The conceit is that all of these guys grew up together. Number 10? What is number 10? Hang on. Um, Edge Runner. No one. No one as the most important. Alright, we're gonna start an ad, but yes. Welcome on in, Dirty Dwarf, by the way. Welcome. Bienvenue. Welcome. We're getting another ad. This helps us keep the pre-rolls off and gives me a couple pennies, so I appreciate it. If you really hate it, you could sub. You can also use ad blockers and stuff, or get turbo, and I'm doing okay. We're making this, we're making pre-gens for um, a con game I'm going to run. But yes, I'm going to take a stretch break. I suggest all of you do the same. If you have any meds you need to take, make sure you hydrate. You know, basic self-care. Take care of yourselves, please. I know it sounds silly, but it's important things. These things are important. But yeah, as soon as the ad actually starts, which it's not going to because it's doing that stupid thing where it's, oh, they're going to start an ad, and then they don't. For like 20 seconds after they say it's going to start. It's petty like that. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Yeah. Stretch. My Adderall, stretch. Take my Adderall. It's taking. And it's, no, it's showing. Alright, here we go. I'm back. Oof, hello. Oh, perfect timing. Perfect timing, hello. I'm from Flu Ice Cream. Welcome back. Stretched out, got my meds, all that jazz. And now we're ready to go back to this. So this is... Alright, now I have a sensor spot my tooth. So the one shot I'm running is a Cyberpunk one shot. Then I'm running for Gamehole Con, which is in October. Essentially, I'm putting together a series of characters who are, there's 9 of them, or 10 of them, and they all kind of come from the same place. They were all offered a scholarship program by Asaka Corp, after, at the very, like, toward the end of the corporate war, there was a subsidiary company that had a branch out in South Africa, and that, their branch office on the town just outside of the little corpo zone where a lot of technicians lived, got blown to smithereens. As kind of compensation, they had a program where if you were living in the town and you were between, what was it, 16 and 21, and you had one or both parents die or be disabled, either dead or disabled via that um, accident, what then happened was you then got um essentially got all of that set up, and basically if you did, you qualify for a program which was an internship at the Night City office. And then the problem is, once the internship ran out, the fine print said there was nothing after that. There was no trip home, there was no guaranteed job, there was no continued housing, there was nothing. Just you're on your own, like 1 month rent a week to leave the premises, and then you're on your own. So all of the participants, who were quite young, scrambled to figure something out. 10 of them kind of bounded together and formed a kind of unit, and they still kind of are keep in touch and things. They've all moved into various places in life, but they still occasionally work together. The fixer is kind of the one who's, you know, keeps them as backup talents. And I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do him for. If no one wants to play the fixer, I'm just gonna NPC the fixer and be like, here, we have a job. These are the ones who agree to do it, and then that's the premise, and the guys go. So, personal hero, a letter. Okay, so corporate. Yes, so we kept that. Okay, corporate childhood environment. Um, um, Background. Yes, family crisis. We kind of packaged all those into this is how everyone's background of childhood went, and they were all grew up together, and this is how it shook out into why they all Night City. Okay, your friends. Roll d10, subtract 7 to see how many friends you've made so far in your life. For each friend, roll in the table below. So what we did was we said, okay, you have your 9 friends, is 9 friends. Let's see. Um, uh, 9 friends. Other PCs. Plus, well, let's roll the D10 minus 7. Here we go. We got a D10. 2 minus 7. So no 9 other. So you have 9 friends. Essentially, you have these people. You have these nine friends that you have. You don't really have a lot of other friends. Yep. So you don't have a lot of other friends. So we'll skip that section. Minimum of 0. You don't have negative friends. Enemies. Okay. And do we have any enemies? So there are subtract 7 to determine how many enemies you've made. These are, do you have any extra enemies? There's at least one, or you have who's out to get you, but do we have any more than that? 3. No other enemies. Living enemies. No living enemies. No living enemies. Enemy. Enemy. Yep, enemies. No living enemies. I'm pretty sure that's how you spell that. Okay. No living enemies. Maybe a few dead ones. We'll see. X. Okay. Sweet revenge. Okay. So, tragic love affairs. We're gonna skip that one because we don't have any enemies. Tragic love affair. At least we have one. Probably involved by someone by now, but that may not be the case. We don't care about the one that worked. We want to know the ugly ones that ripped your heart. We also don't care who they were, what their gender was, or any other details. But feel free to use the personal section above to get your own ideas about what they look like, acted like, and maybe had in common with you. Not that it mattered in the end, right? Tragic love affairs. We on the for the rocker boy, we rolled so many so much tragedy for her. I think we had one. We had one ex lover who was in jail. 10. Ooh, 3. 3 failed lovers. 3 ex lovers. 3 ex lovers. Yeah, this is okay. 3 ex lovers. One. So one is, let's see. One who was in okay, so mysteriously vanished. Alright, so now we have to figure out what happened to all of them. So one, yeah, the other, we got a lot of friends and one ex-lover, and no, we got a lot of friends, no enemies, and one lover. Now we got no friends, no enemies, and, okay, so this is 8 killed in a fight, 1 who was murdered. One, yep. Alright, let's see. 3. 1 just fizzled out. Just did not work emotionally. Alright. And 1, let's see. That one got 7 is 1 who committed, ooh, yeesh, alright. Alright. Yep, that is a... The wrap-up. Life goals. Okay, so what do we have for a life goal? What is that? Went over here. Okay, let's see. Ready? I'm gonna pull it out without changing it. It is a 1. Get rid of a bad reputation. Okay. Yeah. Okay, role-based life paths. So now we have the more role-based stuff, which is the solo-based stuff. Because we got our solo here. What's his solo-based stuff like? Alright. It is 2:57. I gotta keep an eye on the time. Because I do have a day job that I have to get to, unfortunately. And hope we actually get a bus and it doesn't break down and... Anyway. Point is, yeah. Alright. But yeah. Let's do the role-based life path. We can do that. Page 55 for solo. Solo. Alright. Moral compass like. Who's gunning for you? Netrunner. Solo. What kind of solo are you? Let's see. We got a 6. D6. Okay, so we're gonna need a D6. Let's use this one. These ones are my character. I think I got them. I want to say I bought like a pack of them, and I think I did something with them. All right, let's 1. Okay, so our I should show you the not that one. Not that one. Which one is it? This one. All right. A bodyguard. All right. A bodyguard, or let's see. Yeah. Corporate enforcer takes jobs on the side, or work the item to choose one. Bodyguard. Oh. Local vigilante for hire. Question is, oh, why don't we, hang on, bodyguard. We could do something with this. Let's, moral compass. Let's say bodyguard. Let's go with bodyguard for now. We could make him the fixer's bodyguard. And then, that's why, he's trusted, or partial bodyguard. And then if I have to NPC the fixer, it kind of acts as the fixer's voice. If not, That could be interesting. We could also just reroll. Yeah, because thing is, bodyguard means attaching you to something. Let's see. Should we reroll? That's a good question. What does chat think? Should we reroll and not have him be a bodyguard so we don't have to attach him, or should we just let him be the fixer's bodyguard and, or an ex-bodyguard who's now shifting out of that because Lover was, after a torrid affair with, client, it ended up getting ugly. One of three. Oh, actually, though, if your lover was killed in a fight and you were your lover's bodyguard, that would give you a pretty shitty reputation as a bodyguard. That's a thought. Let's. Six. Okay. What would be six? And then let's see. Assassin, Hitman, for yeah. Let's go with bodyguard. Let's do bodyguard. Yeah, because I practically fell. Let's go with bodyguard. Ex bodyguard. We'll put this in. Okay. Body. Yeah, you're either working for that or bodyguard was. Yep. Okay, let's do that for now. Moral compass. Okay. Always spare the innocent. Occasionally slip and do unethical bad things, but it's rare. Ruthless and profit-centered. Take any money, willing to bend rules to get the job done. Totally evil. Okay, let's hope we don't. Let's not get another 6, because if we're totally evil, we won't. 5. Willing to bend the rules to get the job done. And the law. Okay. That's an interesting one. Um, 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 who's gunning for you? Yes, remember what I said about, operational territory. And the Netrunner. Okay, so who's gunning for you? Operational territory. Who's gunning for you? 3. Corporate lawmen who mistakenly think you're guilty or something. Corrupt lawman or corrupt lawman. Okay, or mistakenly uh um 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 corrupt law. Let's see, or mistakenly um uh want you dead. Him dead. Corrupt lawman want him dead. And then let's see. Operational territory. Roll a d6. There. 5 is the territory of a particular fixer or contact. Perfect. Of the fixer. Yep, that's your territory. Okay. So there you go. That's yeah, there's that. So then we go to hardware. Okay, stats. Then we get stats. Medtech. Partner work alone. Supplies. Media. Let's see, ethics and media. And okay. Um. 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 Yes. Yeah. Um. Yes, classic kid made good, hanging with old friends and caught between two worlds, which is kind of our guys. This is for execs and lawmen in a punk game. Starry-eyed dreamers hoping to change the system from the inside. Power corrupts. Yep, power does corrupt. Okay. So this is the lawman nomad. Okay. This is how you come. I end up with a pro kibble. A treat to eat. Rebuild mostly fibers, amino acids, and it's delicious. Nom nom nom. Okay. For the future, the parts of character. Is a loose, impromptu play that makes role-playing sessions. Um, 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 okay, yes. Parts of a character, oh yes, stat block, mental, okay, yes, the stats, statistics, okay. Um, yes, structure guidelines like these to tell players what is or isn't possible within the confines of the world. To set guidelines, possible character starts with powerful statistics. 10 primary statistics, 3 ways to generate statistics, street rats as templates. And then we had edge runners, fast and dirty. Then you go to these same, all right. So yeah. Yeah, and then put the stat block together. Okay. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put our stat block. I'm going to put the, let's see. You ready for this? Let's see. It's 1, 2, 5. That's 5 times, okay. 5 by 2. Yeah. Nope. Nope. You go down. Put the, yep, 5 by 2. 5 by 2. Yep. So then we do int, reflex, dexterity, tech, then cool, will, luck. Why is it? No. Why did you do that? Stop it. Luck. Luck. It's not spelled with a J. Move. And then body. Body and emp. And then we get all of this. So, there we go. Now we go to the solo table and we basically roll, all of these. Okay, I feel like I need, I need to end the stream because I have to get to work and all that. But next week we are doing stats. Or let's see. Tomorrow is Greyhawk Day, so tomorrow we're gonna do Greyhawk. Thursday we should come back to Cyberpunk, I think, and we're gonna do on Thursday. We're gonna do Cyberpunk. We're gonna do stats for our edge, our solo, and then we're gonna who's an edge runner. Yeah, we're gonna do stats for our solo on Thursday. I think we're doing pretty well. The Rocket Boy took longer. We're getting there. We're getting better, and then we'll go through there, and then we'll figure out what the what our adjustments are, what we need for all of that, and then we'll go from there. But yeah, thank you all for coming to hang out with me. It's pretty chill. Stick around though. Stay here. Don't leave just yet, cause we're gonna raid. So basically, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna raid, and we're raiding somebody. Epic Duck. I think we raided Mystery. Tiger Rights is option. Brush Fires. Just he's on. Okay, let's go with Striker. We're gonna go with a writer. Novel editing session with a trained DLC. Okay, fun stuff. So they're doing editing. Basically, she's doing editing and writing and stuff. So you're gonna come and hang with our Starborn Striker, our friend Ryder. Yeah, we're gonna hang with friend Ryder. Let's go. Just stay along for the ride. Um, at least say hi, and then if you want to leave, I'd go for it. But just come at least say hi. She's cool, and they're doing fun train sessions. So let's do it. Thank you all for coming. Take care of yourselves, all of you. I mean it. Yeah, take care of yourselves. And I will see you tomorrow around this time for, um, there's a word. Greyhawk. That's what we're gonna do. I'll see you for Greyhawk, and then I'll see you for all of that. But, yeah. Wait, we're doing, yes. Rating Starborn Striker. Why am I not rating Starborn? Oh, fudge. I screwed that up. Hang on. Hang on. We're doing this again. Just give me a sec. Start raid. Yep. Okay. Okay. I don't know how to do that. Fudge. Fuck. I fucked up. Okay. Well, we're just gonna end the stream then, and if we don't get in... Oh, yeah, here we go. Now we're doing it. Alright. Peace out, everyone.